years ago. I only wear chinos now.
That's right. Stretch fit. How do you feel about where the team's at after this week? You had mapped this out. How were you guys able to execute it?
I feel good about where the team is at. I feel good about how we were able to execute this week and what we wanted to get done. I know the guys have expressed that they just want to get back to playing basketball. These weeks, and we had one earlier in the year with the Fires. We had another one when we didn't make the in-season tournament. These weeks can be good for rest and relaxation, but when you're in the rhythm of playing every other day, it's a little bit different. So I think the guys they just want to play a game. No, they'll be good.
JJ, you mentioned that Luka feels like nobody can guard him. You talked about this a bit on the podcast with LeBron in the past, but when you were in that position, getting switched on to a Luka or a LeBron back in your playing days, can you describe emotionally what that felt like in that moment when you were on the island with one of those guys?
Well, first of all, I think I said it as a joke because every great player, and frankly, most irrational players, which half the NBA are, thinks that no one can guard them. I thought no one could guard me, and I was a 16-point-a-game scorer at my best. So that's every good player thinks that no one can guard them. There was no emotions to it. Just get a stop. I mean, I've spent a lot of my career guarding primary scorers. Maybe at the end, it was basically let's hard foul the fuck out of this guy so I can get off of him. Maybe it's my second foul, get subbed out, all good.
JJ, obviously you spent 15 years in the league as a player, but you talked about at the beginning of the year, it's different. It was first time coaching a game. Now this is your first playoff game. Is there any difference compared to what you did all year with this team?
No, because again, I think our team, our staff, myself, we operate out of doing what we can control, and we have a good system in place for how we prepare. We have a good system in place for in-game stuff. I get a little juice before every game. I'll have some extra juice probably tomorrow, but that'll be it.
JJ, there are teams that every team that's left believes that they can win the title, but they're the teams that really believe it. As this year's gone on, it's become pretty clear that LeBron believes that there's an opportunity with this team. What have you seen from him as that belief is sort of cemented?
I mean, the belief's there, and you're correct in your assessment that it's evolved into where it's at right now on this state. I think that LeBron's confidence, belief in himself and his teammates, when that's there, it empowers the group even more. And so if the rest of the guys believe it and LeBron believes it, that really strengthens that resolve and feeling.
That stretch after the Fires poured a lot into minus the Senators, but really poured a lot into you guys defensively. And what was the effect that had on the group in terms of this identity that you guys are able to build?
Yeah, I mean, look, we've had to alter some defensive stuff and offensive stuff throughout the season. I think that's what you have to do as a coach and a coaching staff, is you adapt to your players and you adapt to the situation. I think in particular that stretch, his confidence level and buy-in to what we were trying to do on that side of the ball as we were adjusting to AD's injury, the trade, us being a terrible transition team to start the year. Like, his belief and buy-in to what we wanted and what we needed was so high that the rest of the group had to follow it.
On the opposite end of the coin, he struggled mightily in that game in Minnesota in December. Obviously, Miami loss followed. He still crushed several times out. After Miami lost. Is he any semblance of that same player? Like, have you kind of figured out what he was going through, what your team was going through back at that stage of the season that Minnesota lost?
Why would you bring that up?
Because there's been progress.
No, we're in a good spot, and we're focused on who we are right now, and that's the most important thing. And I'm sure me, Scotty, Nate, the rest of the staff will, maybe Bron will be invited, but we'll open a bottle of wine and at some point when the season's over and go through all the stories from this year, and it'll be fun.
JJ, guys have said that you're really different as a player and as a coach. Is that just something?
How so?
I don't know. I'm curious your point of view on that. Is that something you put thought into, or is that just by osmosis with the rules?
I don't think I'm different. I think I was different as a player when I was a rookie versus my 9th year versus my 12th year versus my 15th year. I think I'm trying to grow. I'm trying to get better in everything I do. And frankly, I hope I get to do this a long time. And I think I look at this playoffs as an incredible opportunity for our team and our group. It's also an opportunity for me for growth. And I'm going to be challenged, and it's awesome. I'm excited about it.
I know you don't want to give away the game plan, but like, what have been some of the top line focuses for you guys over the last 2 days?
I think just being very specific about so Minnesota, and this is not trade secrets because you can just look this stuff up on different websites, but they're in the top 10 in frequency of every single action, meaning off ball, ISOs, posts, pick and roll, DHOs. Like they run a lot of everything, I should say. They run a lot of everything. And there's certain things that they're awesome at. There's certain things that they're pretty good at. So it's really just figuring out clarity on all the stuff they do, and then you have to allocate the time to make sure that certain things are really sharp. Does that make sense? Yeah.
Along those lines, they're top 10 offense, they're top 10 defense, but since Julius Randle came back, they're also like 16-4. Is that his presence coming back? Is that them healthier? Why in this last 20 games are they winning more?
Well, there's always like growing pains, I think, for a team that makes a trade at any point. That could be in the summer. That could be 2 days before the start of training camp. That could be mid-season. Especially if you prepare all summer for something and then it gets changed last minute. I think that takes time. And so that's kind of how I view their early season. And then Dante and Julius were hurt for a good stretch there for about 13 games. This is the actualized version of who they are. Like, this is who they are. They're one of the best teams in basketball. The top 10 offense, top 10 defense, it's a credit to their players, it's a credit to their coaching staff. We just have the utmost respect for them as an opponent and as a challenge.
Not that going into this question, how do you handle the nervous anticipation that's there, or are there any things that you just work on? Is it like everyone knows exactly what they have to do, they can calm themselves down?
You're talking about as a team?
Yes.
I don't. I mean, every guy's different. Every guy's different. I know what I did as a player. I know what I do as a coach. I know what a good idea of what LeBron does. But every guy's different.
JJ, sorry, real quick. What?
Cut it.